So, it's me. I'm back. Your fave. Hi, my name is B, just in case if you're new to being here. And if you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. This is going to be a cute little collective. So, whatever messages come out might be for you. So, yeah, tune in. Like, share, subscribe. Again, I am open for personal readings. 2026 yearly overview readings are still on sale. Shop pay is still available for that. You can still use my discount code for 10% off of additional other readings, which is again discount code comeback COMEBACK for 10% off. You can drop down below in the description box and find my link, and or if you just want to find me on my other platforms and all of that good jazz. Okay. So yeah, without further ado, let's kind of go ahead and jump in, get some things started. I don't want this to be super long, so yeah, I'm going to start with some tarot just because that's how I wanted to start off with. I'll move around with a couple of my other oracle decks, and then I'll probably wrap up with a grand oracle to kind of tie it all together, okay? I have my coffee, I have my water, I have some chill lo-fi music playing in the back. It is Thursday, currently January the 8th, and this is a timeless reading. So if you find this at any given point in your life, it doesn't have to be 2026, doesn't have to be January, doesn't have to be today. There still might be some messages in here for you, okay? Let me also say, nothing I say here is meant to confuse you. At any given point you feel triggered, confused, or flustered by anything that I'm saying, turn this video off. Maybe I'm not the reader for you, maybe these aren't the messages for you, or maybe now just isn't a good time to be receiving any messages. So turn this off, ground yourself, have a good cry, take a nap, or whatever you do best, and then come back to it. Maybe then you can kind of stomach a little bit better whatever I might be saying, okay? All of my messages and all of my videos are meant to be for confirmation, clarity, or to simply gain spiritual advice and guidance. If you see me looking up, I stay very close to the airport, so I'm always kind of looking at the planes fly by. So yeah, just don't mind me if it looks like I'm kind of looking all over the place. I'm right next to my windows. So let's kind of go ahead and jump in, like I said, because I don't want this to be super long. So give me a couple of tarot cards. Thank you to my divine team. Give me a couple of tarot cards for just the collective messages. What do we need to know right now? I set intention that those who need these messages, this video finds them, and that the messages that they need are very clear and concise for what they need to know right now during this time in their life. What do we have going on? Give me a couple of cards. Three of Cups fell reversed. Are we falling out with people? Are we breaking up? Okay, Three of Cups energy can be, like hanging out with friends. It could be dating, courtship energy, or just an overall celebration. So maybe you're struggling. Maybe you're not celebrating yourself enough. Give me another card. The Knight of Cups is here. Upright. Interesting. The Three of Cups being reversed with the Knight of Cups upright makes me feel like some of you might be feeling like you want to reject some options. Again, Three of Cups is kind of like a courtship card, but it's reversed. With the Knight of Cups right next to it, is there someone that wants to pursue you? Or is there someone you want to pursue, or do you want to pursue someone? Okay, so pay attention to that. Three of Cups with the Knight of Cups. If you watch me long enough, you know I like to count up with my cards. So it's giving me a Four of Cups energy. Someone might be feeling like or afraid of rejection. So take it for how it resonates. I'm picking up an energy, though, of, for some of you, someone might want to pursue you and someone might want to court you. Someone might want to start taking you out. This feels like someone who hasn't done that yet, but they might want to, but they might fear getting rejected by you. For others of you, this feels like someone is coming in, but you might be the one rejecting them. So again, take it for how it resonates. Maybe you are the one not dating, not getting courted, not because you don't have options, but because you probably are just turning people down and rejecting them. The people who want to court you, take you out, get to know you, go out and have a drink or whatever, or go see a movie or grab a bite to eat. It's like you're rejecting them. Maybe because there is a particular someone you're looking for. Okay. But then again, for others of you, like I said, this could be someone in reference to your energy who wants to hang out, who wants to court you, who might want to take you out for a bite to eat, but are afraid that you'll reject them as opposed to you being afraid of being rejected or rejecting others. Okay, so let's see. Again, water energy is here. So this is about some sort of emotion or just feelings. Okay, give me another card for what do we need to know for this collective. Yeah, Eight of Swords is also reversed. This is someone like definitely fearing being rejected, or like is rejecting people out of fear. Again, take it for how it resonates. Person watching, if you're rejecting options out of fear, if you have people who want to court you, take you out, get to know you, wine you, dine you, or whatever, um, this isn't like, this feels like you probably do yourself a injustice by rejecting people. Allow yourself to be courted, allow yourself to be taken out, allow yourself to be treated nicely. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If someone's trying to pursue you, I mean, don't go for just anything, right? But this is kind of feeling like you can't reject everybody, or constantly trying to reject everybody really won't suit you. Especially because with this Eight of Swords reverse, it makes me feel like it's honestly just rooted in like victimization, or just being overly in your head, right? So again, if you were the one being pursued and you're just like, no, I'm good, no, I don't want to go on the date, actually, someone wanted to take me to dinner, but I just been saying no. Is that rooted in a victimization? Is that rooted in like past trauma, past hurt? Are you rejecting options because you're trying to like overly protect yourself? And again, you're trying to like, you know what I'm saying? Because you feel like people are out to get you, they have a motive, or, like this is a good time to just unpack that and to get out of your head, is what I'm feeling. I do want to clarify whose energy this is, though. Whose energy is this in this Eight of Swords energy, Three of Cups reversed, afraid of being rejected? Whose energy is this? Is this my collective, or is this someone in like reference to them? Is this my collective, or is this someone in reference to my collective? Strength card reversed. Honestly, this feels like y'all, especially because the Nine of Wands is down at the bottom of the deck, and the Nine of Wands for me as a reader is someone who is self-sabotaging. Nine of Wands is like self-imposed blockages, being overly defensive, kind of putting a big guard up, making it hard for people to really get to you, get to know you, right? Having a guard up to where people are, it's like hard to, really get to know you, feel you out, really hard to, really get close to you. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of keeping people at arm's length. So it's like for my collective, this feels like you. This isn't a really good time to like reject all of your suitors, you know? Like this feels like for my collective, if you have four people trying to get to know you, it's like you reject a good three of them to put all your eggs in one basket. This isn't a good time to do that. Give me a confirming card for this Three of Cups reversed. Yeah, the High Priestess card reversed. So it's like denying your inner knowing. You are super in your head. Again, it's like you would need to get out of your head and get into your intuition. Again, Emperor card down at the bottom of the deck. So you are currently in control right now, okay? You have full range to, date who you want and not date who you want. But this also makes me feel like if you're not careful, again, you'll miss your blessings with this High Priestess card reverse. If it was upright, then I'd say, okay, for my collective and my people watching, if it was upright, then you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? This is a good time to start actually rejecting these people, right? Three of Cups reverse with the Knight of Cups right next to it. If you have four suitors or four people trying to get to know you, three of them are not in alignment with you. That if it was upright, right? But it fell reversed. So this makes me feel like it doesn't really matter if it's in alignment with you or not. You might be misaligning yourself because you aren't pursuing things. So if you're watching this and you're one of those people who's like, oh, I just like to put all my eggs in one basket. Like as a reader, I meet a lot of people like that. I feel like it's more so of the women. I hate to feel like I'm being sexist or something, but it's like I've noticed in my experience, it's typically more of the women who are like this, where it's like, oh, I don't want to date, I don't want to talk to multiple people, I just want to put all of my eggs in one basket and find my person. It's like you'll probably take longer. And I hate to say that, but again, it's kind of given. If you have four people who are pursuing you and you are only focused on pursuing one, and then what happens when that doesn't work out? You might pick the one who's not even in alignment with you. Then what? You got to go back to the drawing board. And then that's how get in that energy of, well, I'm tired of telling people my favorite color. I'm tired of telling people what I like to eat. I'm tired of going on first dates. And it's like, then stop doing it. Put your eggs in different baskets. This is a good time to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you have four people trying to get to know you, you need to at least be entertained in your top three. That's what I would say. That's just me personally. Because again, you can reject these people and act like, oh no, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Or for those of you, because I'm getting this too intuitively, beware of being that type of person who, like, again, assumes a role too fast. I just picked that up and just heard that. You know, sometimes, and again, I hate to feel like I'm being sexist, but in my experience and in my expertise, it's mainly the women who do this. The men are pretty much, I feel like the men are kind of opposite. Men are pretty good at keeping their eggs in several baskets, keeping their options open until they find someone that they really enjoy. And I've even learned in my experience and expertise that men are typically the ones who know how to, like, they know who they want to be with, but until things are official and talked about and get off the ground properly, hold on, sorry, you know, YouTube be doing that thing. Um, yeah, men are typically pretty good at doing this. Like, they can put their eggs in different baskets. They might find one woman or man, whatever you, however it works for you. They can typically find that one to, like, okay, I like this person, I can see myself marrying them. But until things get really official and solid and exclusive, they typically can still keep their eggs in several baskets. You know what I'm saying? Keep women in the back of their pocket while, you know, focusing on who they really know they want to be with. I feel like women kind of have a little bit of a harder time where it's like, okay, I really like this guy, and I'ma still entertain these few, but I really like this one. I feel like it's a more of a woman thing where it's like, oh, I really like this guy, and I'm gonna put all of my eggs in this one basket because I really like him, and then I'm gonna hope for the best outside of that. And then it's like when things kind of blow up in your face again, you kind of get to that space of, again, feeling victimized, right? You feel like you lose a little bit of strength, you get super in your head, you start to feel like a victim, you start to feel like, you know, maybe why me, or what was it about me, or I really like them, like, dang, I'm tired of starting over, I don't want to keep going on first dates, I don't want to have to keep getting to know people. But it's like, again, you wouldn't really have to do that if you just keep your eggs in several baskets. If you have four people trying to pursue you, do not reject three of them and then focus solely on one. Because again, once you get to know them, if you realize that they are not in alignment with you, that they don't communicate well, that they probably aren't looking for anything serious, that they are probably overly lustful or anything like that, then now you have to go back to the drawing board. When if you'd entertained a couple at a time, let them get to know you, you get to know them, so then it wouldn't mess with you too bad if that doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? If this relationship doesn't work and it's like, oh, this failed for me, you don't got to feel like you got to go back to the drawing board and start over. You still have three running suitors who still have potential, that still like you and that are still in the running to be something more. So that's what this is feeling like. It's feeling like you are in control right now of your, like, love and dating life. But you don't want to be too, like, again, emperor energy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be too in control. You don't want to be too controlling. You don't want to be too on top of it. You don't want to just be acting like, nope, next, nope, next, nope, nope, nope. And then you find this one person that you like and it's like, ooh, I really like them. But again, if things go sideways, then what? I'm just saying. Give me another card here on this Three of Cups reverse with this High Priestess. Don't deny your inner knowing. Yeah. High Priestess is reversed, but the Hierophant card feels side by side. So again, this is for my people who are... Yeah, I thought I heard my phone ringing. Anyway, these are for my people who are looking for serious relationships. The Hierophant card is about a higher level of commitment. And it's about, you know, again, making sure that you're, like, indulging in that higher level of commitment. You know what I'm saying? So this is if you are looking for a higher level of commitment, for those of you who want something, and again, you like, I want my person, you know, I don't want to date around, I don't want to put eggs in a basket, I don't want to explore options, I just want to find my person. It's like, you could do that, but let me tell you how you're going to have to go about doing it. You know what I'm saying? Or else you'll slow down your process significantly by trying to talk and commit to one person at a time. You're going to talk to get to know them, and then you're going to spend 6 months getting to know them, and then after 6 months, they might not like you, or their true colors show up, or you realize you don't like them, or however, and then you got to go back to the drawing board and then you got to find somebody else, spend another 6 months. It's like, again, for those of you who need it, this Three of Cups is making me feel like, again, be courted, date. Or if you're a man, go court, go date. Okay, if you're a woman, allow yourself to be courted, allow yourself to date. I know you might really, really, really like this one person. And men, I know you might really, really, really. That's what I said, but I didn't really talk to the men. I feel like, I mean, unless you're just an anomaly and one of the rare few. But again, men are typically pretty good at doing that, where they'll date you, and like I said, they really, really like you, but then they still gonna go talk to Tisha and Lisa too, but they just know they got you as their number one. And you know what I'm saying? Women, I feel like I'm more so gearing toward y'all. Whereas, like, again, I know you might really, really, really like this man, but still go on the date with James. Okay? I know you really like Tyler. Go on the date with James. Okay? Just in case if things with Tyler don't work out. That way, if that don't work out and shit go haywire, you still have a egg in the basket with James. This is how you're going to have to do this. That just is what it is. That's how you're going to have to do this. Seven of Swords is here. Maybe you worry, though, about intentions. For some of you, again, this could be you not putting yourself out there at all, right? Like I said, allowing yourself to be courted, allowing yourself to be taken out, right? For some of you, again, it is rooted in victimization. It is rooted in past hurt. It is rooted in old betrayal. It is rooted in those hurts in that one time that you thought that you could trust somebody. You thought that you chose right. You thought that this person was Mr. Right, Mrs. Right. You thought that they really had your back, and they didn't. And that's understandable. But again, are you going to allow that to keep you from trying? Are you going to allow that to keep you from trying at all? To get the love that you seek, the love that you want, right? If you always worry so much about intentions, this is also a good time to not only be courted, but to be courted and really be clear on what your intentions are, and make people be clear on what their intentions are too. I can't tell you how many clients I get, how many readings that people book with me, and they like, well, how does this person feel about me? What are their intentions with me? Do they see anything with me? Ask them. This is a good time to look. Like the here go. Ask them directly up front. So what are you looking for? And be mindful of what the subject matter is. Be mindful of what they say. Be mindful of what they don't say also. Because sometimes that'll tell you a whole mouthful. What they don't say also tells you what their intentions are. Because you have some men who will dance around the conversation. You have some who will be completely honest and say, I don't really have any intentions. I'm just chilling. Like, I'm not looking for anything. I'm honestly just really into something casual. And you'll meet some who will lie to you and go, yeah, I'm just really looking for my person because, I just, I'm just really into my person. And they're lying. They're just trying to sell you a dream. They hoping that you buy it. Okay? So be very mindful. Three of Pentacles is also reversed as it fell, right? Also pay attention to what is and isn't materializing. Be mindful and pay attention to, like, if you could be a team, right? Three of Pentacles is about teamwork. It's about people coming together and really doing the hard work to see things progress. But it's also about things materializing. It's also about seeing tangible evidence that things are progressing, okay? And when things aren't progressing, don't be afraid to leave. That's really how you got to do that. So maybe this is a collective message for somebody like the here go, where it's like, girl, I'm really looking for my person and I'm really serious about settling down, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. That could be a big start of it. Are you putting all your eggs in one basket as soon as you start liking somebody? And all of a sudden you done had 3-4 people dating and courting you, and as soon as you like one, all of a sudden you ain't got no time and no energy for nobody else. You're not going to do nothing but plexico burst your own self and shoot your own self in the foot. Yeah, you might really, really like this person, but you might really, really like them too. Yeah, you might really, really like this person, but then if y'all are incompatible, if they're not in alignment with you, if they don't want the same things that you want, if they're saying that they want the same things that you want, but you clearly see that they're not meeting you in the middle, they're not pulling the weight with you, they're not trying to actually build this together. Because that's why I say, because that's the thing too. You'll meet people who, yeah, I want, I'm ready to settle down and get married. Some of them lying. And the other ones who are very serious about it, you'll meet some who have great intentions. They genuinely are looking for what you're looking for. But that don't mean y'all are compatible. That don't mean that they are willing to go the extra mile to make sure that the communication is clear. That don't mean that they're willing to do the extra lifting and the heavy lifting to really ensure that the relationship is going somewhere. A lot of people can say that they want that, but how well are you really? How serious are you really? That depends, right? So all of these things are factors. And it's going to take a lot of strength for you, person watching, to get out of your head, because this feels like y'all's energy. I'm going to be honest. This feels like wanting a higher level of commitment, wanting to be courted, wanting to be pursued, wanting to like really be with somebody. But for some of you, I'm seeing that there's a big emphasis of like past hurt, past trauma, and being backstabbed, and like a fear and anxiety of like, what if their intentions aren't good? What if I start dating and they don't want to fuck with me? What if I start dating and this happens or that happens? What if I get hurt again? Because there's a small bit of y'all that's not putting yourself out there at all. And for a lot of you, you are putting yourself out there. You are being courted. But like I said, you find one person that you really like, and child, you be like, to hell with everybody else. No. Don't reject no options. And put your eggs in several baskets. I know that you don't want to. I know that you just really, really, really want to find the person that God has for you. Newsflash, the reality of it is they probably aren't in orbit anytime soon. And there's probably more lessons that you need to learn around love, or how to be in love, how to love others, and or maybe even love yourself, to where it's just not happening right now. But again, if you want to stop going back to the drawing board, if you want to stop having to redo certain foundations, pick yourself up off the ground after things don't work out, this is because you need to kind of, again, allow yourself to be courted. Allow yourself to date around. Allow yourself to actually, again, enjoy things. So that way you can see, like, the phrase pick of the litter just came to mind. That's what I just heard. Pick of the litter. So again, it's like, again, you need to allow yourself to have a pick of the litter. You might like this dog, but you might like that dog too, and you might think this puppy is just so cute. It's like you have to really kind of figure out what you're doing. That's just what it is. You know, you might really like Chad, but maybe Chad can't give you the emotional capacity that John can. And John might can give you the emotional capacity, but maybe Chandler is amazing at communicating. One of these people is more compatible and more in alignment with you than the others. If you don't want to pick wrong, if you want to stop picking wrong, then you're going to have to slow down and, again, really pursue all your options. Really, really be considerate and conscious of the pick of the litter that you have before picking. And I keep hearing in my mind, don't give the farm away for a smile. For some of you, it might take strength. For some of you, it might take getting out of your head about it. Maybe some of you want love so bad, because I'm not obtuse to that. Some people in the world want love so bad to where you'll do anything to get it. But that's only going to hurt you in the long run. And it'll only keep hurting you in the long run. Give me this Three of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, right. Leave it out in the cold. Leave it out in the cold. Leave it out in the cold. So making sure that you be mindful of that. Because again, some of these people, like I said, when you ask their intentions, some people gonna dance around the question. Some people gonna be completely honest about what they're looking for, and some people are going to lie to you and act like I'm looking for the same thing you're looking for, and they're not. Some of the people who are honest will tell you they're flat out, hey, I'm not looking for nothing. I can't really commit to nothing right now. You will have some people be honest and say, no, I'm looking for what you're looking for. But again, can we be a team? It ain't even enough that you're looking for the same thing that I'm looking for. Can we be a team? Can we be Shaq and Kobe? Can we build each other up? Can we push each other to progress? Can the relationship progress? Because again, you're two individuals, but if we're really coming together to really be in a relationship, how well can we be very intentional and very in flow, for lack of a better term, in alignment, I guess, on what needs to be done to push the relationship forward. That's how you get in certain connections where y'all really like each other, but see, you might need a lot more communication, and they might be I like to be by myself type. How well can we move in the middle and find somewhere in the middle where it works for both of us, where one partner is getting the space that they need and the other partner is getting the connection and the communication that they need. And to not be afraid to leave that shit out in the cold when you need to. To know when to abandon ship and say, okay, this isn't progressing for me. This isn't going anywhere for me. This isn't doing anything for me. Let me go. Clearly, this isn't in alignment with me. But circling back to the beginning of the video, like I said, It'll keep you from now having to what? Go back to square one. Things didn't work out between me and Chad, but I moved Chad out the way, and I've been focusing on, because Chandler was next in line. I really like Chandler, right? So now I'm getting to know Chandler, and it's really allowing me to really focus on Chandler. You know, I'm noticing qualities in Chandler that I didn't even know when I was dealing with Chad because I was so overly focused on Chad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that kind of vibe, it's that kind of energy is what I'm picking up here. But to get out of your head about intentions, even if it's your own intentions. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's your own intentions, get clear on what your intentions are. Don't hold on and harbor to old hurt because that's literally not going to help you. It's only going to keep you kind of stuck in not putting yourself out there. Give me one or two oracle cards for my collective for this energy here that I'm picking up on. Yeah, come on, Jay-Z. Come on, Jay-Z. 444 is an angel number that I love, right? Let me tell you why. Because it lets me know that you're protected. 444 is a number that I see all the time. It's become one of my favorite angel numbers. My divine team throws it to me every time where I'm in distress and I start kind of losing my head and getting frustrated with anxiety. And they'll send me 444 to remind me that everything is going to be fine. Life is fine. I'm protected. Everything is good, right? But fours is also about foundations, right? How well are you sitting in the foundation? What is the foundation that you're building these relationships on? It's a good thing to ask yourself. What's the foundation that these things are built on? Again, some of the key phrases here says collaboration. Three of Pentacles reverse, collaboration. Again, can we work well together as a team? Okay, titles and contracts. So again, before we even get here, we have to first figure out if the collaboration will work. Let's see what foundation are we building this relationship on? That's how you're going to really be successful. Again, blueprint, right? Like here you go. If you need a little help and you like, well, bitch, this is what I want and this is how I'm trying to figure it out. Like, this is the blueprint here. Titles and contracts. Let's talk about them. Date one, moment one. Past that, let's see how well we can collaborate together. Can we meet in the middle? Or are you going to be left to pull all of the weight? Are you the type of partner that would leave your other partner to pull all of the weight? Who are you in relationships? What type of relationship do you want? And what is the foundation of this being built on? Right? New me. New me. So it's very much giving, you're going to have to try another way of approach if you're looking for a committed relationship. For my collective, for those of you wanting something serious, you're gonna have to try something different. So for some of you, again, maybe you're not putting yourself out there. This is the time to do that. For those of you who putting yourself out there, stop putting your eggs all in one basket. You need to have a couple of suitors. Have your number one that you like. That's okay. But once you find somebody you like and you like, oh, I'm really feeling him. I'm really feeling her. Don't throw all your other, and you like, oh, well, you know what? Well, it's been fun. I know we were supposed to go on a date or whatever, but I just, I'm gonna have to cancel, because I just really like John so much. It's like, then 2 months later you find out John was a fuck nigga. Then what? You're gonna be missing. You're gonna be wishing that you took John up on that motherfucking date, bitch. Okay. So just be mindful of that. Gone with the Wind, second card out. See what I mean? So this is obviously very much confirming what I'm saying. Gone with the Wind, if you've heard me talk about it before in this channel using this card, first of all, great movie. Long as shit, very good movie. Fucking annoying. Okay? Are y'all gonna be together or not? Y'all love each other today and hate each other tomorrow. So be very mindful of that, okay? Be mindful of people who are torn in between. Be mindful of people who come with drama, who come with tragedy, who make you feel like you're their property. Be mindful of carrying this energy, but be mindful of people who are a little torn in between, all right? Gone with the Wind, again, is just a movie that's really toxic. First of all, she was young as shit. Let's start there. But again, it was so we like each other and hate each other, but we like each other, but we hate each other. Again, stay away from anything that's drama filled. Stay away from toxic people. Okay, the lovers to haters trope. Nah, we're not doing it. Rage baiters. You know what I'm saying? You talking to somebody and they can't even have a good conversation. They keep trying to piss you off and say little shit to get on your nerves, or people who undermine, underhanded comments and shit. Oh, why you wear that dress? I just think, another color would have been. Bitch, did I ask you what the fuck? Anything? No, I didn't ask you nothing. Okay? So again, be mindful of that. Be mindful of people who are torn. They don't know. They want to be with you today. They don't want to be with you tomorrow. That's not the type of energy you need to be around. Watch your own sense of jealousy, your own sense of drama. Person watching, okay? Because again, there is past trauma, past hurts. So this also makes me feel like be mindful of you being the one to do that. Where you like somebody today, you don't like them tomorrow. You want to be up under them today, and then tomorrow you like, ugh, get away from me because people, niggas ain't shit but hoes and tricks, and men lie, bitches lie, but numbers don't. Like if you gonna do it, do it. I saw a meme the other day that said, make sure in my next relationship, make sure you come healed, cause I didn't fucking do nothing to you. In my next relationship, they gotta come healed because bitch, I didn't do it. Oh, so apply that to other people and apply that to yourself also. Okay. The last one I'll take, Nicki Minaj. All right. Moment for life, Barbie, good form, mic check, rich sex, pretty in pink, and you bitches are my sons. So again, for my feminine energies, and again, I mean, you don't have to be a woman. You could have whatever you have between your legs. This is a time also, again, new me, especially with this Nicki Minaj card, makes me feel like this is a grand time to remember who the fuck you are. Are you desperate for love? Are you a lover girl, or are you desperate for love? Because there's a difference. A lover girl ain't sitting around trying to chase behind nobody and putting all their eggs in one basket because they just, have so much love to give, and they just, really just are so ready for their person. A lover girl has standards, values, morals. You're not going for just anything. But when you're desperate for love, you will. When you're desperate to be loved, you will. When you have childhood trauma and a childhood wound, a parent wound, where you feel like you're unlovable, like you're unvaluable, like you're worth nothing, you'll chase behind it, which is a grave tragedy. Your love life is protected. You will have the love that you want. You just have to find a different style and approach to go about getting it. Okay, like I said, can we collab? Okay, look what's down at the bottom of the deck. The Obamas. Can we collab? Can we be a team? If you listen to Michelle talk, and she has a podcast, she talk all about that. About how, when Barack was the president, it wasn't no 50-50. She had to carry 75% all the time. But as a team, can we collaborate together? Can we work together? Can we build together? Can we meet in the middle? She said there's been a lot of times where I wanted to throw in the towel and divorce my husband. Plenty. Well, marriage ain't always about fluff and stuff. It ain't always about 50-50. It ain't always going to be 50-50. But again, like I said, if you want that Barack and Michelle type of love, I wonder how many men she had to kind of weed through, right? How many haystacks she had to weed through to get to that needle. How many toads she had to kiss before she realized this one can turn into a prince. You're not just going to wake up tomorrow and find your Prince Charming. So again, it's about titles and contracts. It's about the foundation you're building. And it starts with you, person watching. Again, if you're watching this and you like, I just want love and I can't wait to find love and, I'm just ready for my person, cool. So then what are you doing differently? Look with the Emperor here in this card. You see it? Didn't I just show y'all the Emperor? You are in control of your life. You are in control of your dating life right now. And it depends on what you do with it. So what are you doing with it? Are you giving your farm away for a smile? Or are you going to smile back and wave and then send motherfuckers on so you can see who's the best one to give it to? Blueprint is here. All you bitches are my sons, and Blueprint is here. Which is also making me feel like, person watching, that not only are you in control of your love life, but again, run it the way you need it to run. Get off the internet. That's for somebody. For some of you, you're too on the internet. You trying to run your program. You know how it's a running thing on the internet about like how in dating, people program be real strict. Run your program how you need to run your program. Get off the internet looking at everybody else run their program or listening to people tell you how you need to run your program. Even me. So I mean, I'm just the tarot reader and the advisor. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just telling you it'll help you with the frustration and the irritation in dating because you won't have to keep going back to the drawing board. That's all I'm saying. But you don't have to listen to me at all. What does your program say? What works for you? Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj are both Sagittarius. So again, reach for the stars. That make me feel like reach for the stars. Aim your arrow real, real high. What do you want out of love? And stop settling. Put your eggs in different baskets. If prospect number 1 don't work, you got to cut them off. Focus on prospect number 2. Prospect number 2 don't work. Focus on prospect number 3. If you only have 3 prospects, get you 2 more after you get it. When you have to move to number 3, get you 2 more up under that. You're going to find someone that works for you and you work for them. Where, again, you meet in the middle. You are a great collaborator. Y'all are a team. This is Michelle and Barack, nigga. Y'all are locked in. Okay, what does it say on this card? The head and the neck. Y'all are connected. Y'all are intact. Y'all are of support for each other because the head would be nothing if it wasn't for the neck. So it shows support. It shows connection. It shows teamwork. It shows actual partnership. And if that's what you want, then you're going to have to get a different style of approach on how you're going to go about getting that. What I just say, I swear I love when my cards don't lie to me. This says do something new, something different. Now y'all saw me shuffle. What did it say down here? New me. New me. Like I said, blueprint on one card, you bitches is my sons on the other card. Do something new. Do something different. You're going to have to boss your life up. If you want to see some changes in your love life, then you're going to have to start asking yourself what changes you need to make. Ever notice how it's easier to fall in love and be fallen in love with when you're busy? Thank goodness I'm you. XO, the universe. Do something new. Do something different. That is your oracle for today. Do something new. Do something different. This collective message is pretty fucking clear about that. Stop rejecting all your suitors. Stop rejecting people just because you like somebody. Oh, you crushing. So now it's like, oh, I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't even talk to nobody else. My man. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not even in the exclusive relationship. You, again, giving your farm away for a smile. Just for you to later down the line, maybe find out that they a fuck nigga, got other bitches, had a girlfriend, a baby, or anything else like that, and now you what? Look up shit's creek without a paddle and gotta go back to square one. Are you a lover girl, or are you just desperate for love? And how are you going about doing that? It's okay to be desperate. Let's talk about it before I leave. Because being desperate for love ain't a problem. Most of us, secretly or not so secretly, are desperate for love. It's what you do with that energy. It's how you operate in that energy that fucks it up. So again, being desperate for love ain't nothing to be ashamed about. Because I don't want nobody to listen to this and be like, oh, bitch, you know what I'm saying? I might be a little desperate. That's fine. But don't jeopardize your values, your morals, your confidence, your money, your look, your personality, your individuality for love. Don't block your blessings either. Because again, as soon as you start liking a nigga, they start showing you why you ain't had no business liking their ass in the first place. So get you a good 2 or 3. I like to keep me a solid 3, no more than 4, but 4 is a little overstimulating. So I like to just keep it maximum 3. That way, just in case if I ever got to cut you off because you want some nut shit, I already know I have 2 other suitors in my pocket. And even when I'm dealing with suitors, I always got an eye to the streets. That's just on me being single. I'm going to keep an eye to the streets. Yes, we're on this date. I'm absolutely looking at the man over there. Because I might slide him my number before we leave. Just in case things here don't work out. Just in case. I'm not banking on it. I'm just saying there's a very realistic reality that things might not work out here. And that's fine. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Is all I'm saying. Okay? Thank you again so much for turning into my video, though. I really do appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments if this resonated. Definitely subscribe, join our family over here. I'm trying to grow our platform and grow our audience over here. So, a nice little subscription would be, would be really appreciated. And yeah, again, my name is B, just in case if you forgot from the beginning of this. And yeah, I think that's everything. 10% discount code Comeback, COMEBACK at checkout. Shop Pay is also available for 2026 over yearly review readings. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you over on the next video. Bye.